I hear all of you through comments and you hear chat out in the street, and you just generally get the atmosphere that everybody thinks that change needs to come about. They believe that the government is too overbearing and that globalists are milking too much money out of us, which is all true. They also say that there's fat cats in between the government and where we are that also screw too much money out of the system. You know, so that basically they're all after their profits and we don't get the wage increases that we should have done over the years. I get that. But then what I also get is that people are complaining about, and I'm going to name some of the workers, ambulance workers, nurses, rail workers, bus workers, that's drivers I assume and stuff like that, baggage handlers, highway workers, border force, driving examiners and Royal Mail. Now I'm going to ask you this, where does it start? You all want to fight back against the system and these people are asking for more money. Now some of you are going to go, I don't think they should get paid more. Everybody is worthy of higher wages, right? Now, there's going to be some of you go, yeah, here's the problem. Higher wages means we've all got to pay more for our products. At the moment, yes. This is unfortunate. We're all going to have to suffer, by the way. Or you can just stick with what you have right now and eventually you'll have nothing. We all have to make sacrifices because what we actually have to manage or try to do, and I don't know how you're going to do this. I haven't got the answer to this part, right? But the government and big business and greedy management and all the rest of it are there making rather large sums of money out of us little people while strangling us for more taxes. I'm listening to people at the moment. They say, well, we've brought in a load of foreigners at the moment. I'm like, right. And they were saying, they're Eastern Europeans. I'm like, right. And he said, well, they'll work an hour and a half extra for free. I'm okay. He says, but that's not what I'm contracted for. I went, fine. He says, so what do I do? I said, you either stick to your contract and get replaced, which is a thing, or you do what they're doing and you keep your job. That's not very fair, but that's the fact of it. When you import people from a country that can remember communism, remembered that you could be replaced just like that, and so many people were going for the same job, they would go above and beyond and do stuff for free. Well, the system itself knew this was the case and imported these people into our country so they would work for less than us. This is a fact. Now, some of you be going on, well, we shouldn't have immigration, all the rest of it. That's another argument, but here's a thought. If you go on strike and all of these people have got to be paid more, every one of them, then it doesn't make it financially viable then to import these people. Second off, you kind of have a fight back against the system. Everybody needs to be paid more, right? And you could start a chain of reactions where you start looking at say for instance, we were all paying huge sums of money for our fuel. And yet some of these oil companies' management said that they claimed over 1.4 billion in profits in the first quarter. How is that able to happen when we're being so badly hit? I mean, surely if there is a problem at the moment, okay, and fuel is going to cost more, then you would expect any decent business to reduce its profits. So it's still making a lot of profit, okay, but reduce them a little bit to reward the people that purchase from it. But it's not like that because they know that we can go nowhere else. They have us where they want us. Nobody fights back. So my point here is this. Whether you agree or not with these people asking for more money, if these people actually strike and start affecting these people's profits, okay, then we might get somewhere. I don't want people not to get their mail at Christmas. I don't want ambulance service not to be, functioning. I don't want any of this. I never wanted any of this in the first place. But unfortunately, the people that run us, the rich banking, the globalism, all the corporates, right, the people right on the top of the board, all of these people that are right at the top that are making incredible sums of money out of us should actually get a kick in the arse. Now, some of you are saying, oh, you're starting to sound socialist, Rev. And I say to you, no, because I do believe that people who create a business should make money. People who have taken the risk and have taken the gamble to go into business and set up a company should be rewarded by making more money than the people that work for them. It's obvious because the people at the bottom have come in with some cases no skills, okay, and they're here and they'll come or they go, and their commitment to that company may well have been less financially and otherwise than the guy at the top. So he has to be rewarded. I'm not a socialist. I believe that they should get paid nothing and it should be owned by all of us. I don't agree in that. But when you're right at the top and you're claiming huge sums of money and stupid stuff like that, and the people at the bottom could be paid more and you could still make a lot of money, then what you're doing is being a bit of a git. It's a bit like these people that tell us that we shouldn't have cars at the moment. We'll do that in another video. We shouldn't have cars, and yet they've got their private jets. You're a hypocrite. Lead by example, otherwise shut up. But that's where we are. So I know that these strikes are going to be an inconvenience, but this is nothing to what we've got to face. So you're either on board and you want change and get involved, or just accept the fact that we're not going to change anything because nobody's ever going to do anything. This could be the start of something. It might not be. But something has to start from somewhere. And where is it? Could this be it? I don't know. But at the moment, people are literally going to food banks that are in the NHS. Why is that? And there is much too much within the NHS, by the way. Take, for instance, the procurement of bandages, medicines, and all the rest of it. That's a massive brown envelope deal. They go to the guy that costs the most, right? And then there's a kickback to the people that organise that. Because it doesn't matter, because you'll take the money. Well, you'll pay the tab. If it was a company, a small company that had to survive, it would probably go to the person that provided that medicine at the same quality for the cheapest deal, because that's common sense. But when they can actually rip the public off, as is the case, then that's what they do. But we need to expose this, but we need to cause these people money loss. That's what affects everything. And unfortunately, to do this, we're going to have to suffer. But this is the end of it. You can't have your cake and eat it. To get what you want, you have to strive. You have to go with that. You have to suffer. These people are never going to suffer unless you lot actually work together. And there's too many people going, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, but the other. Oh, but we'll just put up with it then. We'll just go along with the same thing, is it? We had unity, solidarity, and a lot of other words that might sound like Marxism, knocked out of us. And it was knocked out of us during the Thatcher era. Now, I liked her for a lot of reasons, and I must admit, the unions at that time were off their heads on power. So you have to also make sure that your union doesn't turn into a rabid bunch of people that are trying to bring down the capitalist government because they want to set up a Marxist government. Because that's exactly what, what's his name? Not Neil Kinnock. Neil Kinnock was against it, actually, at the time. Arthur Scargill. He was trying to break the government. Now, we have to be aware of these forces, but we've got to try something because we are in a hell of a state at the moment. So I'm saying, before you come out and point the finger and go, oh, they shouldn't be doing that, have you any better suggestions at how we start back at the government and how we start back at these big globalists, these corporates, these people that are rinsing us out for every penny that we have? Have you got an idea? Because if you haven't, let this one try. Because doing nothing actually achieves nothing. Doing something is better than nothing. Because at the moment, we're on our way to an oblivion, all right? Just a word. Anyway, lots more videos to do today. Keep your eye out. Don't forget about the new channel, Simon Evans. All the other channels are linked in the description. We do live streams on a Saturday night, work providing I can actually do it because work gets in the way and work pays the bills, I'm afraid. So that's that's the way it is. I don't ask you a lot for a penny. So, mind you, if you do want to watch the videos, that's a help. Not the videos, the adverts. That helps me, but you don't have to. However, yeah, click on the links in the description and make sure you subscribe to these things, because if I got booted off of here, then you know where I am. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit.